How's it going? Well, JGamerSo6 here, back with another video. Today we're playing a long drive once again. As you'll probably remember, last time we have the had the rabbit chasing us, but it seems the rabbit has now already made itself dealt with, so I guess that's an upside with this. So due to that, it's time to continue on. So back on the road, and hopefully we actually find something of interest this time. Primarily a vehicle and in usable condition. Because if you don't remember what happened last episode, the vehicle died pretty early on-ish into the video, and I was forced to walk the rest of the way. And unfortunately, there are a lot of the rabbit creatures out here. And just like, well, now even with the last one dealt with, we now have another chasing us. Now we'll just have to keep moving forward, and we'll hope we either A, find something to defend ourselves with, primarily a vehicle or a gun. Because if you forgot at around when we lost the vehicle, there was a bit of a mishap where I ended up wasting the ammo that I still had. So while I do have the pistol and the AK, I'm pretty sure it is, both are currently out of ammo. And we're just stuck running through the desert with no vehicle, no weapons. The one upside is we don't have to worry about starving or dying of dehydration, since I turned hunger and thirst off for this. So this time it's just enemies and foolishness that I need to worry about. Besides that, we'll continue onwards. Well, at the very least, the ground is looking slightly less desertish, so I guess we've finally properly escaped the desert now. Oh, finally we've actually finally escaped the desert now. Unfortunately, still no vehicle, and we have a rabbit thing chasing behind us. Hopefully that fella stays over that way. Oh, of course. So now there's two of them. Two rabbit things chasing us and no sign of shelter. He's hoping I get lucky and find another big rock to stand on near the end of the episode. I guess we'll Thankfully we don't run out of stamina in this. Otherwise we'd be in lots of trouble here. He's hoping that rabbit up there just moves away. Of course it's moving towards the road. He's hoping it continues moving leftwards. Okay, that actually listened. I'll continue going forwards. Because we don't really have much of an option. And even as we're a bit off the road currently, it's best to still follow the telephone poles. Two of those rabbits just spawned right there, and that's unfortunate. I do wonder if we'll find one of the big mansion things out here. Alright, not exactly what I was looking for, but a watchtower could definitely be of some use here. Especially if there was a gun in there. You just gotta make it over there alive. Alright, I see the ladder on this side. That's it. Well, this potentially could be a... yeah, I guess we I was gonna say it's a death trap, it seems I was right, it was more so a death trap for them, thankfully. Yeah, nothing for a while. I just gotta make my way down here. Thankfully that rabbit's not coming over here. Hopefully just stay away. At the very least now we'll be able to continue along closer to the road. And so while we have found a good thing with a watchtower, hopefully we find something else good out here. Yeah, well, pretty sure if we had a good car that fully worked, we would have made it out here in only maybe an episode, single episode, but unfortunately due to the set our cars in when they got around like halfway or so in one episode, and the second the car died, so that made it even slower. No, then again, not fully sure what would be what's faster, but me just running or the car. At the very least, as with video running, I can fully control the way I'm going. I don't have to worry about me just, like, if I stop, I don't have to worry about sliding backwards down the road. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I said in the last episode, but I'm somewhat glad there was an oncoming, there isn't like any traffic in this game. And at the same time, theoretically, if there was traffic, I could just take one of their cars. Well, probably chances is the apocalypse. Even now, I'm seemingly the only person, or quote-unquote person, around. And there's the mutant rabbits and the pretty much zombie guys. You know, it seems that the terrain here is decently good since the rabbit guys aren't spawning up here. There is that faint buzzing, I think it'd be referred to as. Which is potentially realistic for this environment. Hey, a house, finally? That's either going to be very good or very bad. Very bad if there's a guy in there and I can't get the gun. But hopefully it doesn't happen. But also, unfortunately, I don't think there's a vehicle for me to take here. Alright, Well, at the very least, there isn't a guy up here like there was in one of the previous times. Please tell me something good in here. Unfortunately not, but I guess at the very least we finally have shelter. I'll sleep through this. Because if we're gonna travel, you might as well do it during the day. Wait, hold on. Ah, there we go, it's cute. That does that. I'm trying to see if there's a... Sorry about that, I'm trying to see if there's a button to... Hold on. Other controls. Well, it seems it should be X, but... Okay, so it's F to drop that. At the very least, we finally have another weapon. What was that? Oh, that's that. And a TV. Like, at the very least, we have a weapon now. So we'll leave that shelter behind, but it turned out to be far more useful than expected. Well, I expected it to have a weapon, but initially got my hopes down, then it got my hopes back up. And now these rabbits, if this one comes near us, we'll take them down with this, you know, with the sword. And get some Uido. Even though I can just take them down to one hit, I would prefer to just generally avoid them to not risk losing any health. Here's hoping we do get lucky and find a third building. And hopefully the third building actually has a car. because that would make this a very good episode. I'll continue on for a bit longer. I'd say just more rocks out that way. My rock appears to be floating, but the ground just hadn't loaded in yet. And so I've reached another decent sized hill area that the rabbits don't seem like spawning on for some reason, so that's good. Yeah, so I can actually destroy those with the sword and katana. Yeah, so yeah, we'll probably want to make it up to just the top of this hill area, that's when I'll stop. Okay, the hill seems to continue going upwards. Once I make it up, my pole in the episode there. Alright, so reaches my poll. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.